Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Frontline Tactics. This is Daniel speaking for the Last Hero Standing channel. I'll be playing this free online tactical shooter, I guess you could call it. Only it's not a shooter, at least not first person. It's a top-down, third-person kind of game that uses a small squad of 1 to 5 soldiers to kind of show a futuristic, semi-futuristic, it's 2025 I believe the story says, in a war situation, which seems to be around the Middle East as usual. This is my current squad. I got this one extra later, and basically the stats you see here in the middle change per proficiency, as they call it. Basically every soldier has a class, and you can pick them a second class if you have enough credits, which actually I do. More into that later. Now, HP, I think it's pretty obvious, is health points. Armor, I guess you understand that. Initiative means how often a soldier can get a turn. For example, a soldier with an initiative of 5 will have twice as many turns as a soldier with initiative 10, assuming they don't die, of course. Next we have weapon range. The yellow bar is the close range, and the number right above it is the damage it would do at this range. The orange bar is what would be considered the medium range. Again, the number is the damage. Red is obviously the long range. You can buy for each weapon and each proficiency, you can buy different weapons and different add-ons for each weapon, all costing credits, which you can earn through playing, as well as buy at quite a steep price, I must say. Next, automatic weapons have what is considered a cone of fire, or what is called a cone of fire, and this will allow them to deal damage to multiple targets, whereas semi-automatics or worse can only target one enemy at a time. So let's head into the game and let's try a good mission. Let's see if it can find me a good mission. This is the single player game. I have not touched multiplayer yet, nor have I touched co-op yet. I will be showing that later as well. Let's first head to actually, excuse me, why is my mouse doing weird? There we go. To a medium threat level. No, we're gonna have a just low threat if possible, if any. There we go. Clear out the village. There's a low threat, nothing too difficult. We can just kind of slowly get in there. Of course, you always need to select all of your units that you want to deploy into the area. This is an overview of the map. By the way, the loading times are really fast. I really appreciate that. It's kind of a blueprint of what they assume it looks like, and they even added a little bit of red fire there. Maybe somebody lit a match under the prints, I don't know. Here's a small briefing. It basically says kill everybody you find there. And in the game, this is the map. You start with a small deployment phase, you can say, and you can choose where in this small insertion zone you want to deploy which unit. Now, I already kind of know this map, and I know where enemies will be coming from, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plant them where I usually do, which is like so. There we go. Now my submachine gunner is first on the task, and I'm gonna put him right there, and he spots this person, which is a pistol man, and he can easily shoot him without any problems. However, I've upgraded him a little bit and can give him focused aim, and when I do that, it'll shorten his cone of fire but direct the damage better, and actually increase the what would be considered the short range. So I'm gonna have him fire all of his weapons there. Next we have the pistol person, who has very good initiative, I must say. I can't say high initiative because technically it's low. So he has good initiative and he has a grenade. The grenade has probably been the most useful weapon I have ever seen in this game. So far, at least. I'm gonna try to move him up a little bit. He's kind of my suicide runner. He tends to die a lot, although he also tends to make a lot of kills. So I'm gonna try to get him here and see if there are any more enemies. There aren't, which means that it would be wasteful to chuck a grenade at this one person. So I'm just gonna short range shoot this guy in the head, basically. Now we have my machine gunner, which I'm planning to set up here. Actually, if I could set him up here, I'd have him in my medium range, where, as you can see in the bottom right here, I would deal the most damage. However, I already have him in my medium range, and I think I would not do enough damage because he has cover in front of him. So I'm just going to shoot from here and then relocate, which you can do as well, and has the advantage of basically disappearing into the night. It has a type of stealth system, you could call it, which means that if a soldier is too far away or not in a direct line of sight, you cannot see them. However, generally it is quite easily possible to figure out where an enemy would be coming from. And there we've got our second enemy. I think I'll just shoot this person. No more difficulties with him. Now he actually had a machine gun, which makes life quite a bit more difficult. However, if we look here, we got our second kill on our hands, and the only person who got seriously injured right now is our submachine gun, who I'm gonna move over here so that he can have a better overview of this part, where sometimes enemies will be as well. I'm going to move my pistol person. I'm just gonna call him pistol person. Do I care? And shoot him. He was in cover, so it didn't do full damage, as you could see. And we have spotted a third enemy, which I believe is in here. And that did hurt him. That's my pistol person. Pistolier. Like this I wouldn't hurt both, like this I don't hurt both either. So I'm just kind of going to shoot at the most dangerous. He has a pistol and he has a he has a machine gun. And as I can see in the top left, these are my turns, the upcoming turns anyways. And the next two, including this one, or excluding this one, are for me. So I think I'm going to focus fire on this one first and kill this guy. Now it's up to my submachine gunner to move forward and get a semi-flanking maneuver on. Technically this isn't completely flanking, but it seems to be good enough to kill our enemy. And this apparently is also slightly better than shooting directly at him. I have the chance to move him. I think I will, because the cover works better here than in a diagonal. Next we have our pistolier again. I think I might just need to change my point of view. He's standing here, so if I set up here, I could just pow him. And there's still one person. I'm suspecting him to be in this area or behind here. in this alleyway. So it's up to me to go there. I'm first going to clear this room. As you can see here, I still have the possibility of firing. However, if I move further into the room, it's called sprinting, and then I can't fire anymore. So I'm going to go there and shoot this guy in the back. Because apparently he was just there doing nothing. And he has a submachine. He has a heavy machine gun, actually, and is therefore not able to do a lot of damage at very close range. And I'm gonna have this guy stand by. And I wish I could move my pistol man in, but I can't. So I'm just gonna have him wait right outside, right there. I'm gonna have my submachine gunner move out of the room and shoot from there, and I think he'll just miss the pistolier and only shoot the enemy. And that is it for this map, and it is also this for the video. Just explaining one last thing: for every mission you get a certain amount of credits, as I said before, and this all gets added up in your bank account. Let's call it a bank account. These credits you can use to upgrade your soldiers or get new soldiers, and well, over time you can become a really strong army in very little lives of man.